episode is brought to you by GameFound. Create a free pledge manager for your project.
Welcome back to the Winter Spectacular. I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia.
And I'm Mike DeLisio.
We're halfway through. Yay!
What? Already?
The year?
This has flown by.
2021 is moving.
Actually, 2021 has moved really quickly. I think this is the fastest year for me. It went really fast.
Yeah, it's been a fast year.
But that might have been compared to 2020, which felt like it was
the longest
5 years
year in history.
It was definitely long. Yes.
So, welcome. If you don't normally watch a show, we're not normally on at 9 in the morning. This is normally at 2 o'clock Eastern
I don't
time.
normally look like this.
That's true.
Yeah.
So there's a couple changes that we're doing today. So what we do is we look at Kickstarter and GameFound projects that are ending in the next 8, 9, 10 days. Today it's 15, 16, 17 days.
Yeah.
Because we're not doing Crowdsurfing next week. We're taking next week off.
Nah.
And yet we still have fewer projects than normal.
Yeah, this is the time of year where you don't see as many Kickstarter.
It's an odd thing. It's like, hey, it's
projects.
Christmas morning, kids. That's back at Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
Here's your gift.
Yep.
Enjoy it when it shows up,
This
2023.
Kickstarter has been backed in your name. Merry Christmas.
Uh-huh.
Other than that, not much to say. Oh, we should do some shout-outs.
Shout out.
Shout out to...
Shout.
All right, let's restart this. Let's
we
do
go.
some shout-outs. All right, to Ali from the Family Meeple. To Carolyn and Tobias from Germany.
Ooh.
The Miller family, Ken, Carolyn, and Thomas.
They're
Great.
the Millers.
The real Brandon Tidwell. The fake Brandon... No. Eric Hillsheim. And Eric Fontaine from Montreal.
Woohoo!
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thanks
we
to the
appreciate you.
Kickstarter backers.
We appreciate the support.
Now, let's get started here. Oh, we're not taking next week off. We're talking about that stuff now. That's all. That's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah. Chris also points out in comments, cream soda floats. I got all the stuff for that yesterday.
Oh, cream soda floats
We're ready.
are happening.
Well, let's take a look here.
my.
First,
It'll be my first cream soda float, guys.
That's an impressive thing, man.
he's like, and Kickstarter's done. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
I'll just pick my pick of the week right now.
It's a
Let's
perfect morning food.
The Ghost King deck, an uncanny deck of cards. So this is a deck of cards that we're looking at here. But it's like RPG mixed in it somehow.
Yeah, no. They just really went super deep into trying to inject world building into a deck of cards.
Right.
So they have some writing. They're saying, no, there's 4 kingdoms, and the kingdoms have a backstory. One of the stretch goals to this bad boy, a soundtrack.
Oh, for cards, huh?
For a deck of playing cards.
Sure.
This is not an RPG. Mm-hmm. They are letting you play some traditional card games that they're saying you can now inject their story into. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but look, if you put them together and make a big picture.
But here's the thing, though. I mean, do you think it needs all that? Because I think they're kind of nice-looking cards.
They're all right looking cards. I mean, yeah.
I don't like that little text on them, though.
Yeah,
Do you like
and
that?
that's the RPG stuff.
That's the RPG stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think just the visual design of the cards are pretty nice. I mean,
They're okay.
If this was a game that is not a traditional deck of cards, I mean, an actual game, I would like this look very much.
yeah.
I think they're
I want
trying.
that keyboard key
They're
set.
trying very hard, though, for the whole RPG or particularly thematic deck of cards. Other companies have done this.
Yeah.
Their Kickstarter page doesn't ram it down your throat quite like this one does. So there's plenty of decks that build a setting or build a world. I like those. I've never seen one with a soundtrack before.
That's a pretty impressive
That's
thing.
wild. I'm also not a huge fan of color-shifted traditional suits. So one of them's black, the other one is mint.
Yeah,
You know, the red suits are mint.
Spearmint.
Eh. It's okay. It's
Yeah,
okay.
that's where I'm at. Merry Christmas, Nick.
Yes.
Yeah, but actually, last night I was messing with the deck of cards that Z gave me. The Marvel deck.
Yeah,
So
I gave you what, the purpley one? Is that what it is?
I forget what the
Is it
colors
reddish?
are.
I don't know. Yeah, the Marvel, they're from Theory 11. Yeah.
Ooh, Bruce says we need to get donuts on him.
Wow.
All right.
Thank you, Bruce.
We will. Maybe tomorrow. But we will get them.
You were messing with the cards.
Yeah, I was practicing poker. I I wanted to learn a little bit more about poker because people talk about it. So I was laying out different hands and pretending if I would fold or not.
Getting ready for Dice Tower West.
And
right?
I realized it's so interesting how Dice Tower West. It's so interesting how those big hands almost never come up.
Oh, yeah.
They almost never come
Were you
up.
playing?
I think the best I got was a flush.
Were you doing like Texas Hold'em?
Yeah,
like-
and Texas Hold'em has a better chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the best I got was a flush once. And I got 3 of a kind. No, flush is better than 3
Kept
of a
getting
kind.
killed on the flop, right?
See, I still don't understand all those terms.
The river wasn't going your way?
I hate you. All right, moving on. Ancient Blood, the Order of Vampire Hunters. Now, this one's doing really well, but I'll tell you what.
is.
That name alone just drives me nuts. It's like generic.
And the frame. I swear I've seen that
Yeah,
before.
it looks very familiar. I was like, okay, what is this? It looked familiar
Well, it
to
looks
me.
like Bloodborne, the board and the things.
It looks like a lot of different things, doesn't
does.
it? That's what I'm a little concerned about.
So who is
I
the
mean,
company doing this? This is...
Dark Gate Games, who I'm not familiar with.
It's a cooperative story-driven game that's 20-plus hours, standalone or campaign. Okay, that's fine. But I'm telling you, like, this story is based on a multiple-choice structure. It helps build narrative story. It really sounds a lot like the Bloodborne game that just came out from Simon.
I have not played the Bloodborne game, so I can't speak to that. I do. Yeah, I don't know. This is a very. I keep thinking that this is a bloated genre, but I think that maybe.
No, it's bloated.
Well, it is, but I think it's also because it's particularly bloated on crowdfunding platforms. Like, you're not seeing a bunch of these going to retail.
No,
you know what I mean?
like, they're on here. And
Right.
They do not. This kind of game will not just show up on a shelf.
And so that's why I think it feels like it, because we cover at least one of these every week, and generally more than one of these big minis, campaign-style games. But when you go to a game store, you're not seeing a ton of these, right?
No,
You're-
100%
And
not,
so
yeah.
I think it's because of the platform.
I think
too.
the thing that adds to that sensation of bloat is that they keep using very similar themes.
They do.
Which is why something like that Townsfolk Tussle game stood out.
Right.
It was a different theme. Every now and then we see one, and if you pull back the veneer, yes, it's kind of a similar miniatures game, fighty stuff. But then that coat of paint is different. It stands out.
Right.
If you forced me to, I could not tell you if this is one I'd seen before or not.
Yeah.
I kind of get a feeling like maybe I've seen this game before. I assume I haven't, but it's that, again, super dark, very cool minis.
Oh, my word.
You know, all that.
This video ain't doing it any favors.
Better
than you think.
Look, I mean, the look of the game
this really
is
looks
nice,
Bloodborne, man.
right? I mean, the
Really
minis
looks like
look
Bloodborne.
good. If this theme is particularly appealing to you,
That's
you
a good
know,
hairstylist.
This gives me more of like a, I don't know, the look of it is almost like a Castlevania thing too. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, but I think that Bloodborne is kind of a...
Is that a like
Yeah,
a
I
riff
mean, it's
off of that?
Castlevania is a good call on this. Yeah, the grotesque sort of vibe. I look, I like the theme. I like the vampiric themes.
Yeah.
And I like the look.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure. The question then is, how is this different from the few big box miniatures games I have?
Yeah.
I can't pinpoint that.
Right.
Maybe it will be. Maybe it'll blow me away. But I'm not getting that yet. All these projects are always so minis forward.
It
All right, let's take a look at a project because he is interested
Let's
in.
go.
Stephen Rhodes Games Volume 2.
Yes.
So we actually talked
More
about this
evil.
in the news. I remember that.
We
Yeah.
did.
There's 3
Or
more
you did.
games coming. Cryptozoology,
For beginners.
Let's Call the Exorcist,
do
and
that.
Living Well
Is the best revenge.
is the best revenge. So there's 3 games in the series that are based on T-shirts, not the best start.
Yeah, they're like images, right?
Yeah.
And they put those on T-shirts.
Yeah.
Put them on
I'm
T-shirts.
guessing.
I think.
Oh
this is
yeah,
just-
they were images first, then T-shirts. So they followed up on. There was 3 games. 2 of them were pretty decent. The third one was okay, the alien one.
I
Yeah.
thought the alien one was just okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. They all look decent again.
One
I
almost
agree.
had like a Machikoro feel to it, where you're rolling dice to trigger cards. I thought, and there's another one's like a little social deduction game.
Yeah. So there's the 3, and the Let's Call the Exorcist is the social deduction one, hidden
Right.
rolls, all that stuff. the cryptozoology for beginners has a bit of a set collection vibe. It's a drafting card game, actually. That's what it is, a drafting game.
Okay.
That sounds neat. I like that. And then what's the one that's left?
Living Well is the Best Revenge.
The Best Revenge is the one that again seems a little, triggered by dice activations kind of thing. Actually, as I was reading it, it kind of sounds like Shut the Box.
Oh,
a little bit.
Okay.
There's like a shut the box mechanism where if you bust, you're done. You still roll your die on other people's turns, and if there's a match there, you got a little something, but you no longer.
I love these though. Like this guy's alone, and they're ripping up his card collection. He comes back with a dragon, or he clones himself. Now we can win the basketball game.
Right, you go.
This is my favorite of the themes. The Living Well one. I'm just amused by that.
I agree.
Yeah, you have to be on board with the irreverence of this material, right? Which it's all very irreverent. But I felt like at least with those first 3 games that they got the tone right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Look, see, they put your review here.
There you go. Summon demons.
Right. It's very
I don't
silly.
think it's a bad though. To get 3 games for $55, that's pretty solid.
Yeah.
And then you can get both for $110.
Dynamite!
They're not really giving you any kind of discount there. But
no, but you're getting the slipcases.
I don't hate slipcases.
No, especially
unless you don't like one of the games.
Right. Then
you're like, what do I do now?
Yeah. It's a very. It makes me think of VHS tapes or something.
Right.
That's cool. That's a cool touch. Yeah, these are neat. These are very. They get that nostalgic sort of irreverent thing right.
Yeah.
I like them. I'm excited to try these out.
All right, I believe this is the 3rd game based on Borderlands. This one here is based on Mr. Torque, who is a foul-mouthed, loud-mouthed, egotistical guy. I don't know if you ever played Borderlands.
Yes, the first one.
Did you watch his trailer?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's how he acts in
the game.
Right.
In the game. So, like, you'll show up and he'll be like, we're blowing everything up!
Okay.
Bleep, 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 blah, blah. That's how he is. And the game bleeps some of it, but I don't know why, because they don't bleep the other half, so.
I don't know, yeah.
So he's just like this, he's insane. Like, he's that character's like, can I shoot it? And you're like, no. But he does shoot stuff, and the game is already ridiculous as it is.
Right.
So he usually runs some sort of arena where people fight, and he's just like, that was awesome! That's his whole thing.
Okay.
So that's what this is. Now, this is made by Monster Fight Club, who, I looked at this because I was going to talk about the other games that they did. They did Tentacle Town, which I hate.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
And they did this Cyberpunk Red Combat Zone, which I don't believe we played.
No.
So I'm concerned about that.
I don't think it looks good. The new one, I don't think it looks good.
Yeah, this
It's doing really well. I mean, and this stuff, the art,
too. I mean,
the art, the miniatures, it's very much they got it down for the.
Yeah, they're getting the theme right.
They got
this
the
is
theme
fully
nailed
licensed.
down.
That makes sense. That part. I mean, if they weren't getting that part right, there'd be real concerns.
Yeah.
It might be fun just to, if it's one where you run around and blow stuff up. That's what the theme is. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
As long as it's done well. I mean, again, this worries me about bloat. You know, it's like, okay, it looks like they're throwing everything in the kitchen sink
expansions
in here.
Yeah, I'm not bringing anything to the theme either with the theme, so there's that disconnect where I'm not.
I don't hate the theme, actually. Whenever I'm playing a game and he shows up, I don't know. I'm just like, yeah, let's kill stuff.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think I played one Borderlands game back in the day.
I played the first one a little bit, not even a whole lot, but
I will say when I go to his area and I was playing Borderlands at home, my wife was like,
mute.
Why are you playing this in front of kids? And I was like, mute it.
Yeah,
there's definitely a bit of that.
And it's doing over $1 million.
So, I want these obstacles like for any game.
Barrels and tires.
What is that?
Yeah, but if you had the stuff painted, this would be good for like any miniatures game.
Yeah, sure.
That's cool.
I like how those look. Now there's Claptrap, the most annoying character. Claptrap is actually more annoying than Jar Jar Binks.
Oof.
It's possible.
That's a bold statement.
I disagree. I know Claptrap from the first game. I don't think he's that annoying.
Well, then you didn't play the second one. He got more annoying. Actually, in the third one,
he got Jar Jar Binks.
In the third one, you can play him.
You can be him.
Yes. After a while, I was like, nah, I'm annoyed myself at this point. Alrighty. Anyway, big Kickstarter.
Hey, it's doing well.
It's doing very
people
well.
who wanted are getting it.
Yep.
Hey, if you want to show up in Crowdsurfing, put a gelatinous cube in your thing, and it's going to show them no matter what.
You do always pick it.
That's
Yeah.
I do.
It only had a $150 goal.
Your heart will turn to jelly.
This person has created 15 projects, so there is that.
I gotta see what else they've done, Tom. Maybe this is not a safe click, to be honest.
Yeah, creator of the...
Let's hope this is okay, Tom.
The Die of Destiny now. It looks like he just does stuff that's based on...
Oh, gee,
oh,
the
he
game
did that
rooms.
naughty dice jail. We talked about that, where there was a jail that you put your dice
What about
that
that one right before? The Game Room's Throne.
Oh,
That one was canceled.
Canceled.
That is, yeah, because somebody got that cease and desist letter.
You better believe that.
Alrighty. Anyway, back to this project. Yeah, this is you get your. It's a pet rock, but it's
It's
a cube. Mm-hmm. It's really stupid, but again, it's a gelatinous cube.
Yeah,
so.
if you were an RPG, how much is it? This is going to make the difference here. If it's less than $20,
you get 2 for 14.
No, look, honestly, if you had a big RPG group, I can see getting a couple of these to put around your table. It would be cute for $14. You know what I mean? Maybe put a little light behind it.
I guess so.
Just for, I'm not offended by this.
You could
know what I
also
mean? It's kinda
go
silly.
buy a pack of Jello.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
But that's like nasty, though.
Yeah,
This is plastic.
this seems fine for what it is. I don't care. I have no interest in it, but I can understand why people might, because the price is right, and it would be cute for just a geek room. You know what I mean? I can see you.
I guess so. I guess so. It's better than that dumb soap. How about that?
Yes, 100%.
The soap, though, was a gelatin soap and had
Right.
dice in it. This is better.
I backed
who
the
would
soap.
back the... Oh.
Oh.
I just finished it a few days ago. It's so annoying. There's so many dice, and you get there, you're like, the dice! I'm trying to get the die out. They're not even good dice.
Of course
They're
not.
good. They're
And the soap
exfoliating
wasn't
dice.
The soap wasn't good soap.
Of course it
was a
wasn't.
lose-lose thing. There was nothing good
dice
about
nice?
it.
Who could have foresaw that?
Shut up. Kitty-Clacks the second litter. This is Cats. Mike likes it. I hate it.
No, I have no interest in this. I have less than no interest in this.
I'm not loving these dice. You like these?
Not particularly,
No.
actually. And it's not because of the cats. I don't
It's
care
not
about
the
that.
cat. It's
No,
not
the
the
cat-
cat.
the
Like
dice
the
are
void.
just-
I can't read those.
No.
That's the point, I think.
The lucky dice
Eh.
are okay.
I want to say we've seen these before.
The Empress dice look pretty cool.
This might have been a read.
I think this is a second edition,
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
remember the little cat as the little custom logo on them.
I actually like the pictures of the cats more than the dice.
Yeah,
like that Leopold, that's a pretty. I like that cat. I like this Festus. Those look nice. The dice are fine. But
I like those. Those are probably my favorite. Like those caramelly looking ones. The Festus ones.
all right, moving on.
Bestride.
No, it's Bestride. No, I don't know what it is here.
The Battle Royale game, right?
The eruption of a volcano signals a battle. Some fight for the pride of the clan, and some fight for prizes. Others hit the blades against each other to show off its power. Let's fight together until that power is exhausted.
Dun, 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 dun.
And then we'll go to dinner.
I don't know what is this shooting range?
It's got to be for ranged combat type
Also,
of a thing.
you can drink bubble tea from it.
There you go.
It looks like a straw. It looks like a
Skill
big
cards,
Well, are you sure it's not like a
turning
spit
cards,
gun?
moving
straw. It could work.
cards.
It could work.
Yeah.
I feel like this would be one of those games where the people get it, you're like, look what I got. Do you have it? You don't have it?
It's weird. It almost looks like
sure,
a tactical minis game in the sense that it looks like there's I mean, look at this. It's like, but you're using cards instead of minis to determine your shooting ranges.
Yeah, because
and stuff
there's
like that.
they
Turn
have
the cards, move
it's got
cards.
like a Wings of War thing
Yeah,
going on. You
very,
know.
But with
odd.
dragons and stuff. I'm not actually opposed to that. If it's a really simple little fun game, it might be.
That could work. That could work. I mean, I hate everything about it. That's me. I don't like measuring games or.
Yeah, I don't
like
either.
that. Yeah,
I really
I don't mind that. I play with this. My concern with this is, I think that they're trying. This is one of those games where I would want it to be two completely different languages. Don't try to make one game with different rules.
See, I understand you saying that, but I think there are going to be people that are going to be interested in this for exactly the opposite.
Because it has Japanese.
Because it has Japanese and English on it both, and some, a
I
lot
just
of
think there
people
should be two
really like
copies.
that. I get it, but I think that there'll be at least as many people who feel exactly the opposite, and there'll be more attracted to it because
There's
of
a
that.
charm to that.
Yeah.
That's fair, you know.
And I like that sometimes too. It just depends on the aesthetic. It seems to me that what this is doing is it's trying to take something that usually takes up a huge form factor and a very high cost and try to give you a similar experience in a smaller form factor and a smaller cost. I don't know how well
It's
it
not
does.
bad
but
idea. I mean, I like other games like this that use cards.
Battleground Fantasy Warfare.
2 to 10
this is like
players,
the Battleground Fantasy Warfare flight, of
Yes.
dog fighting.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
if you remember, Wings of War was cards at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
true.
there's that.
Back when it sucked.
I'm not loving the art.
I'm not either.
I would try this though.
Okay.
All
What
right.
about Battleground Fantasy Warfare, though? Would you try that?
Kingmaker all-in-one gaming and dining table. This bothers me that they're gaming and dining at the same time.
Correct.
Like literally,
Yeah.
if this is what you're doing,
Right.
unless that line is supposed to be 2 different
I
days.
think that's what it is. I
Is
think they're
it?
showing you the transformation.
But
But to be fair, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I see it right there. I like that the table is fully set up. Like, they've
Yes.
got flowers.
Oh, yes.
Everyone has a wine glass
Of
or whatever.
course.
I do like that.
That is good stuff.
you know what though? We own many gaming tables, so while we're talking about this, keep in mind Rathscour's is our official table of the Dice Tower.
Sure.
So keep that in mind when we talk about this stuff. But we have gotten a half table thing for many of our gaming tables. I got it for the original Geek Chic. I got it for the Rathscour's. I think Roy has it. I have never used it. I have never once said, let's use half the table for gaming and half for something else.
Right.
I just don't find that to be practical. I can say, let's play the game, then we'll put the stuff on top
Sure.
and do something else. I also found that, as far as I can tell, almost everyone in existence who has a gaming table, it's their gaming table.
Right. Absolutely.
Very few people use it as a dining
both.
table. I found that it's a good excuse to sell it to your spouse. As we can also use it as a dining table. And I'm sure there's people out there that are going to tell me in the comments I've done it. But I found most people buy one of these gaming tables, it's their gaming table.
I don't have a separate dining table. So I guess it would be my dining table, too. I just don't normally sit at the table to dine.
Right, you wouldn't have bought it for that purpose.
Well, see,
though.
that's a
Correct,
great
correct.
point.
Well, you
I
didn't
don't.
buy it in it.
Right. But
My guess is that most, at least Americans, I guess I don't want to speak for cultures I may be less familiar with, I don't think most people sit around the dining room table anymore. I just don't. I, as a teacher, Tom, when I was a teacher, I don't know if you ever did this.
My family did.
Especially in my sociology class, I would ask, during a particular unit, I don't even remember what it was, I would ask the students how many of them eat dinner like together as a family, whatever their family might be. It might just be, one mother and a child, or one father and a child. But do you eat together for dinner? Like, is that a thing? And it was like 30% of the kids.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a very, I think that's a dying tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I don't
In
know.
my house, we eat together.
You're the only person I think I know personally who does it, and I can confirm they do it.
Yeah.
Wow. Now,
That's anecdotal.
A lot of
it's
people
very
do it. A lot of
anecdotal,
people do it for
Yeah.
big dinners.
Sure,
You
but
know?
I'm saying as,
Well,
on
that's different.
as a
That's an
regular
event.
thing, a day-to-day thing.
Did no one watch The Blind Side?
I'm just saying, Tom. I don't know.
No.
But anyway.
Anyway,
That's a digression, but
I
yes.
do not do the dinner thing, but I do split the table sometimes. Anyway, that's what
you
I was
do?
gonna say. I do. Yeah.
Oh, okay. If I was buying one of these from scratch, I would not get that part.
Mine is slats, so I can sort of decide where the break is.
Okay.
So I can just have a little piece, like 1/3.
That being said, I don't know anything about this table. My concern with this table is it looks like a fine table. But what differentiates this from the other 10? I think there's like 10 now.
Yeah, that's the
gaming
thing.
tables that are out there. It looks fine.
It's just another option. I mean, and that's great. This looks good. I do like the build. I like the look of it. One thing that blows my mind
What's
is
the
how
price?
hard board game table manufacturers are still pushing the lights.
Yeah, I know. I
The
agree.
lights are like one of the first things I would give up.
Well, Roy just talked about how, was it the other day, he was talking about how he played
Mansions.
Mansion of Madness with the lights and the music.
Yeah.
And that's like the only time I can think of.
Sure.
I just find the lights there in that image. They look nicely diffused. It's got a very cool top-down look.
Never looks like that.
Does not look like that. When I'm sitting here and the lights are right there, they're just stabbing me in the eyes while I'm trying to look at what's going on the table. Have you guys had that same
I agree.
experience?
Yes.
They're not.
The lights
Yeah.
are more of a selling point. It's like getting something for your car that you'll never use.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that seems cool.
You might show it off once or twice. Be
Right.
like, check this out. Oh, the table lights up. I have never used it
Yeah.
all the way through a play. I might turn it on as a bit for 2 minutes, and then they have to come off.
Yeah.
They're really.
And to that end,
right.
so this table that we're at here and the other table that Z uses for reviews and things, I was able to get anything I wanted in these tables.
Right.
There ain't no lights.
No,
You'll notice
no,
that because
no
I
lights.
did not want the lights for these.
No.
Now, again, some people may like it, and they showed here like, ooh, next to the Christmas tree. But you don't play games in the dark 99% of the time.
Correct.
You really don't.
Yes.
You might play that spooky game once in a while.
I guess you could do it as a light source, as just a straight up light source.
Could, yeah.
You know,
They really are.
as decoration.
They really are pushing that, though, in this particular project.
Because you can add passion to the game, Tom. That's what it's about.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, everything else about this looks good. Again, the only problem is it looks like every other one. Like that thing there that holds the wine glass that he just put in, that looks like all the other ones.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, is this something that a lot of people ask for?
The wine glass holder?
Yeah, like do a lot of people drink wine when they game?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like the soda can, and like when I game.
Dark red liquid is not something I think of when I'm playing a game. I don't want. I'm too paranoid about ruining components and such. You know?
Wine
It might
seems
be
like
a dinner-
the worst, right?
Yeah.
It could be for the dinner,
table, I can see that.
setting.
Well, in that picture, it's showing it
It is.
right above. There's
Then
gaming.
again, if you are having dinner, you
Also, that
have
Coke
your.
can looks like it's about ready to fall. So I don't.
Also,
know
I
that picture.
don't like that phone holder.
No.
Where's the phone holder? Oh, yeah.
Like, why put it in your pocket? I don't want.
I guess you
I don't
can
want my
charge
players
it.
being able to look down at their phone. Like, make it easier for them.
Right.
Maybe it charges or something. I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
The charger things are not bad, but this is, again, the rest of the
It
table
has
looks
all
fine.
the usual things, the usual calling cards. Yeah,
Right.
it looks good. It looks good.
Yeah.
All right. American Bookshop, Cinderella's Dance.
That's two things. Two separate
different-
Two trick-taking
Trick-taking games,
Yeah,
yes.
that American Bookshop, that cover, I don't know what's up with that.
You love it?
I hate it.
What about the other one? You like the other one better?
Well, except for the font.
Cinderella's Dance, yeah.
I like the American Bookshop cover more than I like the Cinderella's Dance
I don't
cover.
like the covers of either, but I'm intrigued by the way the games sound because we were actually talking about this, was it yesterday? We were playing a new ladder climbing type of a game, and we were talking about how it seemed like Japanese, and I may be wrong if this is not a Japanese project. And if I
Really, it's
it is.
just games
It is.
from that part of the world,
right,
really.
they really seem to approach trick-taking games in a completely different way.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're really interesting. They're usually really interesting, but sometimes I'm like, man, this is not how my brain
They
works.
go too quirky sometimes, right? There's that fine line.
But they almost never feel like a traditional trick-taking game, and I kind of, I appreciate that.
I want to know the full story behind this statement here.
Yeah.
He said, when I was working at Bookstore in America, there was an unhappy manager who took my precious playing cards. I was a little bit upset, inspired to make a game that he couldn't find out about. A game using books. I'm like, what happened? Did the guy steal his cards? Did he say, no cards on the job? If I catch you with those cards again, they're mine.
So he just took books and turned them into cards. It was just playing books. Yeah.
That's
what are you
it
doing?
sounds like.
I'm not
Yeah,
playing cards.
I'm sorting books, yeah.
Right. I'm intrigued.
I went and looked a little bit at the BGG entry for the game.
Yeah.
The comments were not because they sort of pushed it as people have been asking for this game. The fervor of our audience demanded that we reprint this. So I went and found out what the original printing was and looked at it on BGG. There's actually not that much chatter about it.
Sure.
And there was a bit of a mixed reaction to it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would like it. You know,
I don't either, obviously, but
I like this look better than the previous printings of this that exist. I
Okay.
think this is a very clean look. I do like it.
I'm more interested
Minimalistic, but I
two-player.
enjoy
in the
it.
Cinderella one.
Now, that
two-player
one's new, I
trick-taking
believe.
game.
That
Yeah.
one doesn't have
But
a
there's
predecessor.
no suits. When you play a card, you have to play between 1 and 3 greater than your opponent. So
Right.
there's a game. Do you remember that chase game?
23 is like this. There's a little card game from Amigo, I think, called 23,
Yeah.
which is...
Oh, there's also that chase game, that 2-player game where one person's chasing the other and you're playing cards and the other person's trying to guess which one you're going to jump to next.
I don't know that I've played that.
Oh, the Getaway Driver game?
Not Getaway Driver,
no,
but
that's
it's...
a Fowler's game, right?
Well, no, it is a Fowler's thing, I think. But it's one person is running from the other person.
Oh, that might be Getaway Driver then, because that's a Tim Fowler's
I thought Getaway
game.
Driver was one where we drove around.
Oh.
I'm getting them all.
I'm
I
getting
think
confused.
it's Getaway Driver.
Okay.
Okay.
But yes, I do remember what you're talking about.
Octopus's Garden, a beautiful game beneath the sea. I really think people need to stop calling their games beautiful.
Under
Let us
the
call them
sea.
that.
So this is a game that has already been produced, I believe, and this is like a reprint of it with a little bit of. It looks like they've done a little bit of tweaking to the
I
design.
did not hear about this. Did you?
I didn't either.
This is an old game, I believe. Octopus's Garden is a game from years ago.
Oh, really? Okay.
This is not selling me. You know that.
My phone, I don't have it.
Yeah.
First of all, if you call this game beautiful, it better be beautiful. And I don't think it's bad.
No, but you're
there's
right.
a lot of Oceania games out there.
If you lead with
that
that,
look
yeah.
gorgeous.
Fugitive apparently is the game.
Fugitive, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, but this has a BGG entry from back in the day,
Okay.
and
It's an abstract, right? I mean, it looks like an abstract.
I guess so. I think it's a good look. I mean, especially the original one is not as pretty. I've not played it though, so
No.
I don't have anything to add to that conversation. But I think it's a decent looking game. I agree that it does not scream Kickstarter Deluxe Edition, but
Right.
nor are they saying that though.
No, they're
You know?
not.
What has Maple Games done other than this?
Imagineers.
Did Imagineers ever get sent out? We never got a copy of that. I mean, we played it originally. Folding Space, we played that one. That one.
Yeah, and that was suspended.
Dragon
and
Boats
then
was
Dragon
released.
Boats of the
Four Seas. I don't think I mean, I played Imagineers. And I thought it was fine. I liked that one, but I never played I only played it pre-production.
Yeah, they must. I thought I saw these games at like the Colossal booth, so maybe they've
Yes,
got
Maple Games was owned by Colossus.
Got
I
it.
believe they're out on their own now.
Okay, got it.
So, all right. Weather Machine. Okay, so next. No.
That's all you guys. I don't have. I mean, this is making bank.
This is what people have been
What?
begging us to talk about.
I've got a very complicated relationship, I think, with
tell me more.
this series of games.
Oh,
and by
my.
this series of games, I mean the big deluxe Eagle Griffin love letters to Vital Lacerda and his designs, right? Lisboa, I can appreciate as a very good design that absolutely I bounced off of hard. Like, I did not like it at all.
Okay.
The Gallerist I like a lot, quite a bit, but I don't want to relearn it every single time I get it out.
That's a big one.
CO2 is the one that I feel like I don't need a huge, and actually that wasn't an Eagle Griffin one, but I don't feel like that's one I have to relearn every time. I have a general idea.
Did they remake it? I thought they did this.
No, Giochi did.
Oh, okay.
Didn't play on Mars, yada yada. But this one, the look of it, I think is so striking. Now, Ian O'Toole, they've kind of been like the dual, the pairing. I think this is some of the best work. I love the look of this. However, the
I also
actual
love the theme of this.
Yes, I love the theme of it. But I see it all out on the table, and as gorgeous as it looks, I'm like, there is no way. It looks so much, just so much.
I mean, I don't dislike heavy games. There's people think that I only like 20-minute games, which is untrue.
Correct.
But that spread there, in my brain, feels like it's going to become work, not fun.
Yeah, that's my worry.
So it's my concern anyway. You know what I mean? This just looks too heavy for my sort of range of tastes.
Right.
I do like the theme, and the look is great.
Fantastic.
I mean, they really got a neat vibe going
And
here.
that cover is
Yeah.
fire. Well, so was On
Yeah.
Mars. I thought the On Mars cover was amazing
On
too.
Mars, the whole thing looks great, and I haven't played it because On Mars because it's daunting for one, and
I've
also
heard it's like even people that like these games say it's heavy. You know what I
right. That's
mean?
the thing. So like Chris likes On Mars, and
Right.
we have a couple guys in our gaming group who like these games.
Yeah.
And they all pause
Yes.
before they play them. They're always like, do we have time to play this? Do we
Right.
want to? Does everyone know the rules?
Yes.
And that's great.
Right.
I want to be clear. We often get like this rap that we hate Lacerda.
No,
I
not
don't
at
necessarily,
all.
and I want to play this. The only way I would play this game, I think, is if someone said, I know it inside out,
Right.
I can teach it to
I
you.
can teach you, and we're not going to play
If
with...
Rainer's at the table.
Yeah, basically. and probably at a smaller player count, too, because, until I know I like it or not, I don't know that I want to be playing it for 3 hours, 4 hours,
Yeah.
So...
That's a lot of pieces. I mean,
It is.
Although that kind of attracts me. I'm like, I would like to know, because I don't know. Walking in that treasure box. The one thing about this I don't like is this makes me sad every time I see this, because we just got a couple games from Eagle Griffin that look like trash. And then they make stuff like
the
this.
fancy deluxe stuff.
Yeah, we got faux diamonds, and what was the other one we got? It was a couple little games.
Oh, that's right.
And they look like garbage. And then they produce
the Fitzgerald, the dice game, the baseball highlights dice game.
Yeah, the baseball highlights dice game, and this looks amazing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, these are
put the same graphic design on all your games.
Yes, I would agree. Although, I mean, I almost feel like this is a completely different product line.
Yeah, this feels like it has priority. They're like, put the good people on this game.
Yes, because these are the ones that sell.
Yeah,
or put it on all the games.
It's making over $1 million.
You know?
Anyway, yeah. So
I'm really, really conflicted on this one.
This one's doing well. It's very popular. When we had the retreat,
I mean, look at that right there.
Ago,
I mean, that makes me want to play it right there.
I do like those little robots.
And
I like that guy with a hat.
So awesome.
Oh, it's a guy with a hat, Tom. You have to back it.
All right, our next project, Ryan Lockett will be suing 9 Minutes Kingdom. He will not be suing that.
No.
But I think it's hilarious because there's a game called 8 Minute Empire.
Right.
That I believe you could just do a small search and find that sort of thing. 9 Minutes Kingdom, this just cracks me up.
Yeah.
Now,
this one has a pretty striking look, I have to say.
I don't like it at all.
You don't like the look?
I don't.
It looks like traditional playing card imagery. So I kind of like that look, the very bold, iconic vibe going on. I do like it.
The thing is, though, this looks like it has that thing that you don't tend to like. It looks like one of those city building type of games where it's like you have to place this card next to this card to get these points. You see, it looks like almost more like Sprawlopolis to me.
Actually, that I did think when I looked at it. Is this
I like that.
Sprawlopolis?
Yeah. I like Sprawlopolis, but then there's like sort of color matching. Sprawlopolis is more, like there's guides within it. Like, I want the river to be bigger or whatever. Right. I want this to be larger. So it'll give you those hints within the very artwork of the game.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I do like the look, the game.
What else has Hornet Games done?
They're from Poland, it says.
The Suits of Cthulhu.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Suits.
The Suits is a game that they're reselling inside the Kingdom one.
Is that right?
In fact, when you go down enough, they're like, you can get this. You can also get the Suits. I'm like, what's the Suits? Like, at no point did they talk about it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then they jump to this completely different looking thing.
Which they never actually, this was canceled, suspended, and then this one also was unsuccessful.
Wow.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
funding unsuccessful.
Click on that. Go back to the 9 minutes thing. Because they have, in it, they are selling, towards the bottom, the Suits. At some point, it just goes right there. See, it's like, suddenly, bam, the Suit. I'm like, wait, what is this?
Season 3!
Lawyer, preacher,
I've seen Suits
chef.
Season 3.
How did they get to season 3 when the other two are canceled?
I don't know. Maybe they weren't all Kickstarted. Maybe they just sold them.
I like their graphic design. I do.
It's a 1 minute expansion for 8 Minute Empire. Alrighty, those are the game projects. Let's take a look at other stuff real quick.
We got Mark, don't forget.
We do have Mark.
We have Mark.
Let's go to Mark.
We've got Mark.
Streed.
Hey folks, welcome back to Dice Tower Preview Recap. I'm Mark, and today we've only got one game to look at. It is Spring and Autumn, The Story of China. So, this is a big 4X civilization game. But don't let that scare you away. Turns in this game move really quickly. They've really streamlined the process. You're doing one action on your turn. You're gonna be building buildings, you're gonna be basically going...
Never mind, we saw that last week.
Deja vu all over again.
Can it, Streed? We've seen that.
Department of Redundancy Department.
I did ask Mark to make a video talking about the best Kickstarters of the year. We'll see that probably in a couple weeks. So keep an eye out for that.
Back to Mark. No, wait. No?
All right, back to non-gaming projects.
All right.
Duo cover. Tap into your microwave's potential.
So here's my issue.
Here's something we could have used a week ago.
Yes.
Yeah, really.
Here's a very...
Doesn't add water for you.
I think this is a smart idea for what it is, because it's kind of like a... it's got a lot of little things. You can put the little water reservoir to keep your food moist. It's got the thing where you can kind of use it also as a holder for hot things. That's smart.
Right.
I just am freaked out about the magnets, because should you not have magnets in a microwave?
I don't know.
That's the one thing I agree with Mike. I'm not sure. I know that microwaves have magnetism. That's part of how they operate, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not someone who's about to mess with what they already did within it.
Right.
I agree with you.
I tell you what, though, I have a soup bowl. It's here in the studio. Have you seen that black one with the lid?
Yes.
And I put soup in that.
And you put magnets in it.
No, but I like the splatterproof thing.
Yeah, no, I
I own one of
and
those
it's nasty.
things.
Yeah.
I own one of them. It's a collapsible one. It is plastic, not rubbery like this. But I agree. I don't know about this whole leave it in the microwave attached with its magnet.
I also love that they microwave this dish that should not be microwaved.
The way it looks, like, what a meal.
We're going to cover it up with these lemon slices so you can't see how horrible this
No, I'm sure that
looks.
Come on.
I actually think this is fine. It's an interesting project.
No, I'm worried
How much
about
is it?
the magnet
Now
thing.
look at this. The
24,
rosemary,
that's not bad.
The rosemary lamb shanks don't look good. Nah, that's all gray. It looks the same cooked that it did raw, basically. No, I'm out.
That doesn't look that bad.
No, I want my lamb shanks to be with a nice crust. I want it to be sautéed in a pan.
Next project.
I don't like lamb shanks.
Meet
All right.
Slugbunny. It's a plush toy.
I'm confused. I was very confused through all of this. Somebody explain this to me.
It's a little toy.
It's like a cute toy. It's this year's Tickle Me Elmo.
Yeah, I mean, this is just like a. I don't know. I mean, I
thought this was cute.
I think it's cute. It's just a little,
Also, the father and daughter
every time
worked
they
on it
show me a
together.
new picture, I'm more confused.
That's
She's
it right there.
unfolding like a treasure map.
Yeah,
What is going on?
That's
What
its
is it?
origin story, Z. The origin story
Oh my
of
goodness!
of
Is
the
this like? Is
Slugbunny.
this shooting marbles?
if I saw this at a store,
Yes.
I would consider buying it for one of my girls for Christmas.
Because I think
That's
it's cute. I think the packaging is great.
Yeah, I like
think
it.
the packaging is really nice. I think it has a very distinct look.
I also want that.
Kawaii level is through the roof.
It is, right?
Kawaii.
Yeah, I think that this would be very appealing for kids. I mean, generally.
Cute. It's cute.
April. That's not time for Christmas, though. All right.
Father and daughter team.
Here's two projects you guys haven't seen yet.
Oh,
I had them
Well,
last
let's
minute.
go. I'm excited.
First
Here
of
it
all,
is.
we have the Cooly. It's a completely hands-free portable fan.
I'm in.
You can stick
Dries
this
the
basic.
sweat off your clothes.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can stick it like under your shirt.
That seems dangerous.
Wait, and it counteracts global warming?
Wow, this is how is this
Figured it out!
their first created project, and they've solved global warming. That's fantastic.
So I don't know what I think about this. The fact that you have it under your shirt. Like
I want to always be walking around like this. This is what I want.
I would think if I didn't know you were sitting there, your shirt
Right.
just
Yeah, I'm sitting here at the
Is he
table.
okay?
Hey guys, what's going on? Are we ready for crowdsurfing? Good to go. Here we go.
This is made from recycled MP3
But then she pulls
boxes
it out and
back in
fans
the
herself
day.
like that. I'm thinking, well, you could have just done that anyway. Like any portable
You're
fan
gonna
does
lift up
that.
your shirt
Yeah,
now.
you can clip it on, though.
Right.
I don't think it's a horrible
Oh,
idea.
now there. You should be facing it in the other direction. Is what we need to be
Here's you
doing.
know who this is good for? If you have like an old dad who cannot get over wearing a beeper, buy them this. They'll still be able to clip it on.
True.
And you
What
can
are
wean them
safety-
off of a beeper.
What are safety wings? I'm confused.
I like this, man. This would make a good gift to someone.
What is heat evaporation?
Wait.
Oh, we have demonstrations. Look
Level
at that.
1 doesn't do anything. Level 2, it cools you a little. Level 3, it blows your shirt
Wow,
off.
that's fantastic. You're nude.
It's yeah.
Level 3 is you're nude.
It's called the Marilyn Monroe setting.
I got. All right, let's move on. Last project.
That's fantastic.
Wool felt overboots.
What?
So,
Wool felt over.
What does milkweed over skirt to mean?
if you don't think your shoe is good enough, you can buy these
Okay.
to stick them on top.
What is the
So this
purpose
is
of
like
these? And why is there bread? What's happening?
Is this like a protective card sleeve, but for shoes?
I think so. All right, anyway.
Is this from Game Genic?
Where's the fan? I don't know what's happening here.
Playing in the snow feels amazing, it says here.
Okay, so these are weatherproof, is what the idea is.
So instead of putting boots on,
Clearly not.
No.
They're squared, okay?
Also, 3/4 of your shoe is still exposed.
right? So no, I think that they're trying to say, hey, when you come inside, quick, take that off. It shakes off most of the snow.
Okay.
But
Wow.
just put on a pair of boots.
Don't bring any snow inside and shake it off outside first.
That's true, though.
I don't understand this. Oh, over skirt, they just mean that's what
But
they're
they say
using for
boots
that.
are hard to lace up, or you're running, forgot something in the house. Just quickly Slide these on.
We've got you covered.
So they're slippers.
Literally.
So they're basically slippers.
Well, wait, there's more. The
that go
overskirt.
over your shoes.
Yes, they go
Okay.
over your shoes. Yes.
Overskirt. This is to go over your skirt.
There's also just like random basil and bread.
true.
I don't understand what all the food products are.
It's made from recycled
I'll tell you what, though.
essences and
If you want to
various
look
spices.
hip, wear this overskirt.
It's a
tell you
scratch
what.
and sniff skirt.
If I'm wearing that thing,
rosemary.
if I'm wearing that thing, you better believe I've got a Cooly going on in there too. I gotta get some circulation happening.
Yeah,
baby.
Because that's going to lead to some
love
problems.
You're right. Look at all that. It keeps
That's what it's made from.
There's
All right.
cacti
Made from recycled
and rosemary and sourdough loaves. I don't have any idea what's happening here.
All right, Mike, what's your pick of the week?
I've completely forgotten. This was a rough week for me, honestly. I think it's probably the Stephen Rhodes thing. It probably is.
Z's pick of the week.
Yeah.
Yes. Come on.
I feel bad
Mike.
for picking it. The only other thing I would have considered, honestly, was Weather Machine, but I'm afraid that it's too much for me. I am.
You should be afraid.
That's my second
Stick
choice.
with particularly
but
light,
I'm going with this one.
lightly evil games.
There we go.
That's your jam.
There we go.
That's
Tom,
where
I have
I'm
no
at
idea
too,
where
Tom.
you're at.
Tom is quickly deciding here. Because
We did a 3 for 3 last week, so you don't
No, you
want to
can't
triple
do it.
up again.
no,
You
that's not
can't
what it's going to be.
do it.
I think I'm intrigued by this one.
Okay,
I'll pick the two trick-taking games, the American
Okay.
Bookshop, Cinderella's Dance.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like the covers, but I think they look interesting. I actually am kind of interested in the Borderlands thing.
Yeah, I figured you might even consider
possible, but I don't know.
yeah, no,
that. I would be
you're a
interested in
foul-mouthed
playing
man.
both of those games. Absolutely, I'd be interested in playing both of them.
Yeah.
For purposes of time, we're not putting up a poll, but I'll just put up the people's choice. Okay.
Here we go.
Come on
People's
now,
choice.
guys. You know that's your choice. What
Yeah.
are you talking about?
We know it's
the
gonna be.
people's choice of the week, Weather Machine.
Yeah. Yeah.
If anything, because I had more questions asked to be about this at
That
the
is
retreat
true.
than about games that were there.
And the last 3 weeks that we've been doing these
I know, but
crowdsurfings, people.
where's Weather Machine?
Where's Weather Machine?
It's here.
It's right there, and we're going to say it's your choice.
That's right. We're speaking for the people. All right. Well, that is Crowdsurfing, folks. We'll be back in, 14 minutes. With
Yep.
the Winter Spectacular. We're going to be doing a Foursquare review with a couple first-time reviewers of Foundations of Rome.
Oh,
also a last-time reviewer.
The intrigue.
See you then.
Have loud keyboard will travel.
Until next time, I'm Tom Bassel.
I'm Z Garcia.
I'm Mike DeLisio.
And you've been watching Crowdsurfing.
Woo!